English Rise Podcast.
Hey, English learners. Welcome to English Rise Podcast. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because on this channel, we don't just study English, we learn how to actually use it.
And today, Alex, we're talking about something that I think almost every English learner wants.
Fluency?
Exactly. But there's something interesting about fluency.
What is it?
Many learners already know enough English to communicate. They know hundreds, sometimes thousands of words. They understand grammar. They can read simple texts. They can even understand videos.
But when it's time to speak,
Everything suddenly disappears.
that's painfully familiar.
Right? You know the word when you're studying, but when someone asks you a simple question, your brain says,
Sorry, this word is currently unavailable.
exactly.
So today's question is, why does that happen?
And more importantly, how can we unlock our English?
That's the real topic today. Unlock your English.
Let's start with a simple situation. Imagine you're sitting with someone who speaks English naturally. They ask you, "How was your day?" Easy question, right?
Very easy.
But you suddenly think,
How was my day?
and while you're thinking about the grammar, the conversation is already moving forward.
That's one of the biggest problems for learners. We don't always have an English problem. Sometimes we have a processing problem.
Excellent point.
We understand English, but we process it too slowly.
And that's why today's lesson is not about memorizing another huge vocabulary list.
It's about making the English you already know easier to access.
Exactly.
So, what's the first thing that locks our English?
Translation.
Translation.
Yes, many learners have a habit of translating everything. They hear an English sentence. First, they understand it in English. Then they translate it into their first language. Then they prepare an answer in their first language. And finally, they translate that answer back into English.
That's a lot of work for one simple sentence.
Exactly.
So if someone asks, "What did you do yesterday?" the learner might think, "What does that mean?" Then, "What did I do?" Then, "I went."
And by that time, the conversation feels difficult.
So what's the solution?
Don't try to eliminate translation overnight.
That's important.
Instead, gradually create direct connections between English words and ideas. For example, when you hear coffee, don't immediately search for the translation. Think about the smell, the cup, the taste, the morning, the experience.
So you're connecting English directly to an idea instead of connecting English to another language.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
Let's practice. I'll say a word. Don't translate it, just imagine it. Ready?
Go ahead.
Rain.
I see drops on a window.
Perfect. Breakfast.
A plate, bread, eggs, maybe tea.
Exactly. School.
A classroom, students, books, a teacher.
Excellent.
So we're training the brain to connect English directly with meaning.
Yes, and this is one of the first steps toward thinking more naturally in English.
I think there's another problem. Learners often wait until they can make a perfect sentence.
Absolutely.
They think, I need perfect grammar before I speak.
And that's dangerous for fluency,
Why?
because communication doesn't require perfection. It requires clarity.
That's a very important difference.
Imagine someone asks, "What did you do this morning?" You don't need a complicated answer. You can say, "I woke up early. I had breakfast. Then I studied English."
Simple.
Exactly.
But many learners want to say something like, this morning, after having awakened relatively early.
And suddenly the sentence becomes an academic paper.
Exactly.
Simple English is not bad English.
That's worth repeating.
Simple English is not bad English. If your goal is communication, start with the language you can use confidently. Then improve it gradually.
Let's talk about another big one, passive learning.
Yes,
Watching English videos feels productive. Reading English books feels productive. Learning vocabulary feels productive. But sometimes...
we don't produce enough English.
Exactly.
You can watch 100 English videos and still feel nervous when you need to speak.
So, what should learners do?
Turn passive English into active English.
How?
After watching something, don't just close the video. Ask yourself 3 questions.
What are they?
First, what did I learn? Second, can I explain it in English? And third, can I use one new expression in my own sentence?
That's simple.
And that's the point. A useful method doesn't have to be complicated.
I have an idea. What if learners create an English locker?
An English locker?
Yes, a small collection of phrases that they actually use, not thousands of random words, useful expressions. For example, to be honest, that makes sense. I'm not sure, but let me think. From my point of view, that's a good question.
I love that because real conversations are not built from isolated vocabulary. They're built from patterns.
Exactly. Instead of memorizing decision, important, probably, agree, you can learn, I haven't made a decision yet. That's really important to me. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I completely agree with you.
Now the words have a home.
That's a great way to put it. The word has a home.
Now we have to talk about something emotional. Fear.
Fear of making mistakes.
Exactly. A learner may know the answer, but they think, what if my grammar is wrong? What if my pronunciation sounds strange? What if people laugh?
And because they're afraid of making a mistake, they say nothing.
Which creates an interesting problem.
What problem?
You need speaking practice to improve your speaking, but if you're afraid to speak, you avoid speaking.
So the solution isn't to wait until you become confident.
Correct. Confidence often comes after repeated practice.
Not before.
Exactly. You speak. You make a small mistake. You notice it. You correct it. You speak again. That's progress.
Let's give our listeners a challenge.
I like it.
Right now, wherever you are, answer this question in English. What is one thing you want to improve this year?
Don't write the answer first.
Don't translate it.
And don't try to make it perfect.
Just speak.
Maybe your answer is, I want to improve my English. That's enough.
Or, I want to speak English more confidently.
Or, I want to understand native speakers better.
The important thing is that you produced English.
And production is the key.
Emma, what if someone says, I don't have time to study English every day?
I'd say, you don't necessarily need an hour.
How much do you need?
Start with 5 focused minutes.
Only 5?
5 minutes of real speaking can be more useful than 30 minutes of passive scrolling.
So what would 5 minutes look like?
Minute 1. Describe your surroundings. I'm sitting in my room. There's a window beside me. My phone is on the table. Minute 2. Describe your day. I woke up at, I had breakfast. I studied. Minute 3. Talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow I will... Minute 4. Explain an opinion. I think learning English is important because... Minute 5. Review one mistake.
That's actually a complete speaking workout.
Exactly.
So, Emma, if you had to summarize the secret of fluency in one sentence, what would you say?
Fluency is not knowing every English word. It's being able to use the English you know without constantly stopping to translate, overthink, or fear mistakes.
That's powerful.
And remember something else. You don't become fluent by waiting for the perfect moment. You become fluent by creating small moments of English every day.
Speaking,
Listening,
thinking,
reading.
and using what you learn.
Let's create a simple method our listeners can remember.
4 steps?
4 steps?
1 step.
Connect. Connect English words directly to ideas.
Step 2.
Speak. Use simple English before complicated English.
Step 3.
Repeat. Don't learn an expression once and forget it. Use it again tomorrow.
And step 4.
Expand. Once a simple sentence becomes easy, make it slightly better.
For example,
Start with, I like reading. Then, I really like reading. Then, I really like reading because it helps me relax. Then, I've always enjoyed reading because it gives me a chance to learn something new.
same basic idea, but gradually more advanced.
Exactly. That's how you grow your English naturally.
Before we finish, we have one final challenge for you.
Take out your phone, or just speak out loud.
Complete this sentence. From now on, I will.
Maybe, from now on, I will speak English for 5 minutes every day.
Or, from now on, I will stop worrying about every small mistake.
Or, from now on, I will try to think in English.
Whatever your sentence is, say it.
Because the goal isn't to become a perfect English speaker tomorrow,
The goal is to become a little better today.
and then a little better tomorrow.
And after enough days,
You may suddenly realize something.
what?
The English that once felt locked inside your mind is finally coming out naturally.
If this conversation helped you understand your English differently, don't just listen to it once.
Come back later and listen again. Choose one expression and use it today.
And if you're new to English Rise podcast, subscribe to the channel.
Because every episode is designed to help you understand real English, speak with more confidence, and build better habits.
And remember,
Your English isn't necessarily missing.
sometimes it just needs to be unlocked.
Keep learning
Keep speaking.
and keep unlocking your English.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.